Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through Rift Odyssey. Now this is going to be stages 1 through to 25 and then there'll be subsequent videos after that as well. Now let's jump into Nightmare stage 1 and let's see what it has for us. So we need Mystifiers. Now the most common Mystifiers team in my opinion, the best Mystifiers team would be something along these lines, potentially taking out Mulan and popping Sandra in there, having these two at the front, Talos and Dullahan, Sandra at the back here, and then having Catherine and Astrid alongside. Relics should typically be any legendary relics that you do have. As you can see, we've got two options. We do have the crown and we also have the scythe as well. Scythe is much more common, so typically you can use scythe, but if you don't have that, you can go something like this. Now what I would suggest to anybody who is trying to get through these stages, get your red relics, specifically get your chrono relics. So that's these relics here. We do have one for, well, we have two for Mystifiers. We have the chest here, and we also have Knight's Edge. Knight's Edge is much more common. You can pick those up typically from the red shards through the relic rebate. So I would suggest getting all of your chrono relics, prioritizing these relics here before you prioritize any other of the red relics. But in this instance, what we're going to do is going to use Death Scythe. We will use the Plague Bow, and we will use Knight's Edge as well. What we're going to do, take out Sandra. The reason that you have these four and Catherine, so you have Dullahan, Talos, Sandra and Astrid, who are all part of the Monarchs synergy. So as you can see, we've got 4 Monarchs. And ally units will not take damage exceeding 40% of max HP in a single instance of damage. So very good for survivability. Now if we take out Sandra, as you can see, ally units will not take damage exceeding 60% of max HP, which is fine for the purposes of what we're trying to do. And I'm going to pop Mulan in, and the reason for that is because now we have 2 strikers. So increase the attack of synergy mates by 25% every round. So Mulan and Catherine will now receive the striker's buff as well. So if you are looking to do extra damage, this is the setup that you want. If you're having trouble with survivability, this is the setup that you want. If you don't have Catherine or Astrid, you should have a copy of Sandra, but if you don't have a copy of Sandra, then you can always replace them with these two as well, so Emily and Franz. And if you don't have Talos or Dullahan, which you should do, really everybody should have a copy of Talos, but you can use Minotaur in this as well. But again, the most optimal team lineup for the team would be something like this. But again, we'll take these out, and then what we're going to do is going to put Astrid on the front row. She's a Monarch, so can tank these hits as well. And the reason that I'm putting Dullahan in the back is because he syncs up very well with Mulan and outputs much more damage if you do have Mulan on the team as well. So what we'll do is we'll quick deploy. We do have the increase the attack. We have increase duration of debuffs applied by allies by 100%, and stack of corrode increased by 20. We have applying taunt, which is for Dullahan, but we're going to take that out. And applying stun, which is for Talos, but we take that out. We'll take out speed as well. And we're going to pop in the launch an additional strike here. And then what we can do, if you are having trouble, you can always pop the shield in. But I'm not going to pop the shield in this instance. We're going to convert 3% of healing received. And also, we've got 3 more. So we'll go ahead and pop in effect accuracy rate, and we will go ahead and pop in damage reduction just to be sure. If we're struggling for damage, we can always change that out to the damage one or the attack one. So you can see increases attack by 20%, or There's one further up here, increases damage boost by 20%. In fact, let's take that out and pop in damage boost just to be sure. And then we can jump into the games. And then what we'll do is we'll watch this first one, and then we'll probably skip through the next couple until we reach stage 10, where it'll all change and we'll make a new team. Now the Mystifiers over the course of the past, I don't know, I'd say about 4 months or so within the game have increased their power dramatically. Catherine has become very accessible, and Astrid has been added as well. Now, with the addition of Mulan, you are doing significantly more damage than previously, and the reason for that is because of that burn mechanic that she does apply. So as you can see, both Themis and Atrops here have been taken out, and that's with thanks to the burn damage as well. So Mulan to use a follow-up attack, we'll get Knight's Edge, and then Dullahan here to apply burn as well. So we do get the double trigger there. So it is, like I said, it's that's the optimal team setup. Mulan here able to do the most damage, and we'll go ahead and we'll skip the rest of these. If you are having trouble at any of these stages, please leave a comment down below, and then you can look to, we can look to help you out on that one, on the stage that you're struggling with. But for me, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We should be able to get through these without too much difficulty, because we are doing so much damage. And I have boosted my Mystifiers up as well. If you are having trouble with a particular stage, what you can do is, I'm just going to quickly jump into Synergy Slate, and you can level up your Synergy Slates as well. So say for example, if your Mystifiers team isn't that strong, you can go ahead and level them up in your Synergy Slates and get them up to as high as you possibly can do, and it does help, really does increase the amount of damage you can do. The amount of damage you will take will become less, and as well you do get the seasonal buffs as well. So just something to keep in mind there. So that was 3 rounds. Talos doing the most here, and I think we should be good to go on this one. Yeah, so round 2. And it looks like Talos doing the most damage here with those double ults. Really is a very effective artifact, the double ult one. This one, or well, the double strike on crit, especially if you've got units which do crit quite a lot. It's a very effective tool. So that's 9, and then we're up to 10. So Persephone is the mercenary boss here. She does apply fortitude, so if you are struggling, what you can do, take out Mulan and pop in, where have you gone? You can pop Franz in, and he will remove that fortitude effect as well. And that will be just before the round ends, so it'll be very, very good for you. We do still need to use Mystifiers, and then on the next one, we will look to, yeah, so in 3 rounds, not bad. Dullahan there doing the most damage. Fortitude didn't seem to be too much of a problem. Now we do need strikers to get an additional 40% dodge. So what I'm going to do is build a new team. Now what we're going to do is jump into strikers and just have a look at what different options are available. So as you can see, I've got a relatively built strikers team. I can use any 5 of these. This would be absolutely fine. Potentially, popping Glory in there or Seraphina in there, something like that. And then you can go for the full whack if, that's the team that you want to build. Or you can build around a particular synergy. So as you can see, we have 2 strikers in Mystifiers. We have 1, 2, 3 strikers in Valentas or Valiantas. We have 1, 2... Yeah, only 2, unfortunately, in the the Avengers, but it's enough if you want to build an Avengers team around these guys. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 for Glorians. And then if you do have Lysandra leveled up, you can use Ellie and Lysandra as strikers, but only one striker in Dooms, unfortunately, is what it is. So you won't be able to. You would be able to run a Dooms team in this and get the dodge bonus, but I think what we're going to do is just run a team like this. I think. Yeah, go ahead. We'll use Mulan. We'll use Mulan. And what we'll do is going to swap around Sal and Seraphina. Have Seraphina in front and Atrops on here. We'll go ahead use these as well. So we use Spear and we'll use Chest and we will use Hand of Tyr as well. The reason that I'm using this setup is because I've got 5 different factions within my lineup as well. So as you can see, all of these count towards it. So we'll have a double chance to cast our relics as well. Now, this team works very well, especially if you have Atrops at Lightseeker synergy. The Lightseeker synergy would, or at least have her up to sort of 3 in that. Or 4, sorry. Oof, painful. So we did lose Atrops right away, but we did manage to take them out. I'll take out Holy Shields here with just our relics, and we'll reset, and then we'll get the defense reduction as well. If you're having trouble with a Dooms team, then I would suggest building an Avengers team around this. The reason for that is because the Avengers team will return. So we're applying burn here, so hopefully it'll be relatively easy moving forward. So yep, Seraphina able to heal us up and boost Sal up here as well, and Mulan to take them, or take the majority of them out. It's Phantom synergy, so it can be very painful, but Sal able to clinch things out here as well. Mulan doing the most damage. So I think we should be good to go on this one. As you can see, you know, we didn't have too much of an issue. I think potentially putting Sal in the front slot here. The reason that I'm going to put my Sal in the front slot is I do have him up to 4 red runes and unique in dodge. So I think potentially might be better to do it that way. Unfortunately, our Atrops didn't die this time round, so we do get our attacks up, and then we'll get our damage reduction, shielding, and attack increase from Spear, and the chest will help us increase our HP and our survivability as well. So as you can see, we're applying this burn mechanic. The burn mechanic is a very powerful effect, especially against Dooms, because it's not direct damage. It is only like just then. Our team didn't take any damage here, but we were still able to take them out. So it's for me, that's one of the easiest ways of taking out the Dooms team, is through the Mystifiers synergy or through the Avengers synergy. Again, Avengers able to return, and painful. So the Avengers able to return, and we're able to undercut the reflect damage effectively. So we'll go ahead, skip through a couple more of these. I don't think this one will be too much of an issue. In fact, I want to see versus a non-Dooms team what this team setup looks like as well. So enemies grabbing Holy Shield. Yeah, so burn and corrode being applied here. Yeah, and without the without that mechanic, the reflect mechanic, able to get through in um, just under a round. So we'll take those, and then we'll push through. Now this stage, Emily, Plague Bride, is the mercenary, an active plague removal, so applies plague, reduces HP by 50% every round. It's a permanent effect and is removed when the enemy has 25 or more stacks of buff, and you can remove it using any one of these units on that list. So Talos, Arkdina, and Anubia as well. So an easy victory. This one might be a little bit different just because it's a Phantoms and 2 Monarchs as well. No, we did get there. 2 rounds, not bad. We'll take that. And this is a team build-up. This is 5 Phantoms. Sorry, 4 Phantoms, 1 Monarch. Yeah, they took Seraphina out. It's a lot of Verdian synergy as well, underlying as well in these teams. So you've got Merlin and Lily and Leah, who are Verdant Monarchs. Very powerful effects, or very powerful teams, team synergies, should I say, when fighting against them. I wouldn't recommend these team setups in, sort of PvP environments. There are much better teams for that. So we're up to Nightmare 19, and then we'll go to, I think we'll go to Nightmare 20. We'll finish this one off, and then we'll so we'll finish this one off, and then we'll call it a video. Just because I'm up to the 17-minute mark now, and we've seen what we need to see so far. And then I suspect tomorrow I will release the Nightmare 21 to 40, and we'll just play it by ear from there. So increase in attack. This is Medusa. If you have either of those two, Dullahan or Merlin, you will be able to counter the effect. Well, doesn't matter too much because we were able to end things quite quickly here as well. Close to finishing off the boss, but we didn't. So that'll be the video for today. If you do have any comments, if you have anything that you're stuck on, please do let me know. Just mention it, and then we can have that discussion. If you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, trying to get to that 500 mark, but not able to just yet. If you do subscribe, be really appreciated. Just want to say, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.